Good morning, everyone. Dr. C here. It's Happy Monday. Welcome to the beginning of another work week. Something's in the air again, which is always an opportunity for me to be able to connect with you and let you know a little bit about what's on everyone's mind. Looks like passion is the word of the week, if you want to call it that. And the idea of how do we make sure we can maintain our passion while we're paying the bills. As DBA students, as leadership students, the challenge becomes a balance of great ideas, but with not just management, but sustainability. For example, a nonprofit company may not have the profit as its focus, but it still needs to keep the doors open. And so there has to be more money coming in than more money going out, or the business isn't going to survive or thrive. And that's often a missed point on a lot of folks who are looking at, but that's not our goal, isn't to make money. We are not a profit motive generated type of philosophy. I get that. But in order to change the world and be that passionate impact, the company has to exist. And so therein lies the philosophy of how you're going to continue to exist. And this is the DBA focus. This is the business focus. This is the unless you have a printer of money that you can make in your basement, which the feds frown on, that you have to have that idea of looking at key performance indicators and what you're doing to sustain that generation of income and profit while you get to go out and do the world things in the world. Think of the things like Bezos with Amazon or Elon Musk with Tesla, as they're looking as that these men made significant amounts of money that now they have a machine going with their companies and it generates revenue so they can go off and do other things. Perhaps that was their goal all along. But the idea is that in order to do those other things, which is where we want to focus our attention, we have to have that sustainability here. We have to have those business fundamentals in place, whether it's our personal life, whether it's our business life, whether we work for someone, whether we work in a nonprofit, whether we volunteer, whether we work at a church, whatever it may be, money does make the world go round. And I know for some of us that might be an uncomfortable conversation because we're always seeming that there's a lack of, and I get that. But when we put the business acumen in place, when we put the systems in place, we can find a way to sustain and create those passions long term. And so that the money comes in the door, remember, more money coming in than going out. We satisfy the business rules for the IRS and we keep the business part of the business moving forward. Well, we can do what many of us prefer, myself included. I'm a business owner 15 years. I don't like getting caught up in all of the minutia and all of the accounting and all of the business stuff type things. I want to be out in the world. I want to be publishing books. I want to be working with my clients and not have to worry about the structure. But the foundation, business fundamentals, are business fundamentals for a reason. So let me encourage you to think about how do we have the practicality of the business conversation without sucking the life out of your passion. Because I know sometimes it's a drag to have to do the adulting 101, the business 101, to do the accounting, to do the business stuff. And maybe there are people in your world that prefer that and they have better skills, because quite frankly I'm a terrible manager on some things because I don't like the accounting standpoint. I like looking at the numbers, but I don't like the bookkeeping aspect of it. And so there, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, we may not always like all of the things that we have to do, but there are reasons for them. And if we can adjust our focus, adjust our framework, remember, we see what we want to see. And if we can see the ability of sustainability and the management philosophy and all the business stuff, and we put it in place, remember, I'm all about systems, that the system creates the momentum that keeps that stability so that we can go off and do the means to an end. The structure doesn't have to be the business. The business structure simply needs to give us the tools to be able to do why we created the business. Business is about people. Business is about impact. Business is about making sure we're still in the game so we can do all the things we love. Something to think about, whether business, whether personal, philosophy and fundamentals, always the basics. So I hope you have a wonderful week this week. I will see you around the quad. Take care. Bye-bye.